students, welcome to GT India and I request you all to subscribe the channel for better and quality education. Today we will start with the topic of grade 10 and this topic is very important when we talk about biology, especially the basics of biology, and you mostly get this question in your exam, that is digestion. You can get the question digestion in human beings. Right, students? Now, I will explain you firstly. The question will come in many ways. They will just ask you, explain the digestion in human beings. They just ask you, draw alimentary canal of human beings. And they also ask you, explain the digestive gland which is present in humans. So, students, you must have an idea whenever the question related to digestion will come in your exam. You know that we will split digestive system into two parts. The first part here, it will be an alimentary canal. Okay. Whereas if I will let you know about the second part, that it will be digestive gland, students. Now, I will explain you both the parts so that you have an idea like how you are able to explain in the exam. And in this video, I will also discuss with you how to draw it. Right. So, starting with the alimentary canal first. We have firstly mouth. Now students, in mouth, there are number of things present. We have to remember that in our mouth, what things are present. Like firstly, in our mouth, students, there are teeth. Teeth have their own function for cutting. Even we can say tearing, cutting, tearing and crushing of food. That is a function of our teeth. The second is, in our mouth there is a presence of saliva, and students, in saliva there is a gland which we called as a amylase, and student, this amylase help in the breakdown of, or we can write it like in the digestion of, this amylase helpful in the breakdown of carbohydrates in your body. So if someone asks you when the digestion of carbohydrates started in your body, you must say that it will start in our mouth. Okay, when we eat something, the saliva having a salivary amylase. The third, student, tongue. Now, tongue have a basic function of taste, and apart from it, it makes food with saliva. Okay, this is a basic function if I talk about only with respect to digestion. Okay, now after the mouth, we have other part which we called as a esophagus or oesophagus. In some books it is mentioned esophagus, whereas in other books it is oesophagus. Now if I talk about oesophagus, students, oesophagus is what? It is just a tube which helps to pass the food from mouth to stomach. Okay, that is the only function esophagus plays. But yes, here is one question come in the exam, how it will happen. So esophagus transfer the food with the help of a particular type of rhythmic movement, and this movement we called it as, students, peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement, student. You must remember this. It's very important. Now moving to the next. If I will explain you further, students. Esophagus is done. Now we will come to the next part, that it will be, student, stomach. Now if I talk about stomach, student, it is a J-shaped organ. Stomach is what? It is a J-shaped organ. It also have three things. The first is HCl, hydrochloric acid. The second is mucus. And the third one here it is what? Third one is pepsin. Now I will explain you the function of each of them. First of all, we will talk about HCl. It is an acid, so it kills bacteria. It kills bacteria which comes along with the food, and it also maintains the acidic character of stomach. To maintain the pH acidic. Mucus is the innermost lining of stomach. It protects stomach from this hydrochloric acid, and pepsin is an enzyme which help in the breakdown of protein. Pepsin help in the breakdown of proteins inside the body. So this is a function of stomach. So student, after stomach we have another organ, that is small intestine. Now, small intestine as its name, but it is one of the largest part of the alimentary canal, and in small intestine complete digestion takes place. Okay, in small intestine there will be a complete digestion which takes place. Now I further explain you like in small intestine, firstly liver, it will secrete bile, okay, which further store in gallbladder, okay, and you know that this bile helpful in the emulsification of fat. It helpful in the emulsification of fats, which means the breakdown of fats. The second thing is here, pancreas secrete juice, which also come under small intestine, and this juice contain many of the enzymes, right, like trypsin, amylase, which further help in the breakdown of protein, carbon dioxide, nucleic acids, and many more, right? So this is all about the small intestine, and I also explain here that small intestine have finger-like projection which we called as villi, and villi they increase the surface area for digestion. They increase the surface area for digestion, or we can say more absorption. Okay, now the last part of our digestive system, it will be large intestine. So students, large intestine, this is because of its width is more than the small intestine, and in this only absorption of water takes place. Okay, absorption of water takes place, and along with the undigested food which is not absorbed by the body goes out from the body through the rectum, right? So this is all about a simple digestion. Now I will explain with the help of a diagram so that you have an idea how to draw it. First of all, you can draw it here in a very simple way, right? We can draw the diagram of digestive system to complete it. So student, first of all we will start with the mouth. Okay, now you have an idea how you are able to draw the structure, because it's very important in biology that you are drawing as eligible to the examiner so that you will get good grades in your exam. So student, this is all about mouth. First I will explain its path. You can write it here, mouth. Try to label on the left side. Okay, so in the grade 10th we called it as a salivary gland, but whenever you are in a higher grade you know the different names also. After the mouth part, students, I will just write here, this is a pharynx. Pharynx. Now the second, if I will let you know the further diagram, so this is a pipe, a long pipe, and that pipe is called as a esophagus, which transfer the food from the mouth to the stomach with the help of peristaltic movement. Now the second, this is a stomach. So students, stomach, you know that stomach have HCl, pepsin and mucus, I already explained, and this part is called as a small intestine. Now, if you remember, when I explained you the same, I explained you that small intestine have two types of secretion. The one secretion, it comes from a liver. Okay, liver secrete bile which stored in a gallbladder and it open into a small intestine. And the second thing, if you remember, that we also have a pancreas here which give pancreatic juice. And this pancreatic juice contain many enzymes which helpful for the digestion. Now we will draw here the large intestine, and in between the large intestine we can easily draw small intestine to explain it further. So student, this is, and I will draw it here easily. So this is a small intestine and this is also a small intestine part, as it is the largest part. Okay, that is the part which we called as the jejunum, and further we have next part, ilium. So these are the parts of small intestine. Even this one is called as a duodenum. Okay. Now this is a large intestine, student. Large intestine. And student, here it is a rectum where the waste product is stored. And after that it goes out from the body through anus. So this is all about the digestive system, which is very important topic in grade 10. And still, if you have any confusion, you drop a message. I will just definitely help you. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.